not at fault. Introduce yourself, sir.
Good afternoon from Edinburgh, Scotland, to everybody who's out there. Thank you to Michael Bathurst, all the way in Canada. Twice in one day, people will be starting to talk. But thank you.
They're talking already, buddy. They're already talking.
They're already talking. Okay, well, thank you, thank you for the invite. And I am from Edinburgh. I'm a podcaster and self-employed, running a cleaning business, and like business networking. And going from there. Yeah, all good.
So I'm going to read something.
Yes. Okay.
And you're going to respond to the read. Was I a little intense earlier with you? I kind of felt bad after. I felt like I went maybe too deep. Okay, you're going to have to read the comments in the room because I have my context in and can't read close. The world is in great need of love and light. You are a vessel for awakening souls. Choose to be kind even when the world seems cruel. You could bring a sense of peace to the weary souls who cry out for healing and help every day. And if you're weary and you're tired, you just connect with Fraser. He will telepathically start talking to you. Now, not everyone at the same time, because he did that one time and he had a giggle fest on Randy W. Horton's show. Go ahead.
The person who's just waved to say hello from Fort Lauderdale is Bishop Jen Mohammed.
Yeah. I don't really get bishops and stuff like that. And do you know why? Because I'm not in the structured dogma stuff. You know what I mean? I believe all paths kind of lead to the same place, and that makes people very, very uncomfortable.
I kind of see your point. Yes. Okay. We have obviously, you have what you were saying this morning. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It was pretty much straight. There.
Randy, there he is. Hey, buddy.
What you're saying this morning, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just but I would say, we have different beliefs. I believe, yes, as a Christian, I believe in that there's one path is to Jesus, and that's my personal belief. You have a different personal belief, and hence why you do these shows in a different way. But there's a small, when I say a small mini common denominator in some things you believe, that I believe the same way, but obviously the rest is a bit mixed. So
that is the first bishop I've had in my cast.
Do you like playing chess?
Do I like playing chess? Randy, what does that mean? Help me. Decipher that.
If I said, you said that.
Are you ready? Do you like a Lamborghini? Do you like Lamborghini for $5?
I'll take the Ford pickup for door number 2.
Yes. So, Randy, what is your spiritual beliefs?
I believe in one God and one God only. I believe whether you're Muslim, Christian, or Jewish, when you're believing that same God, it's a one God. And when you get someone who tries to say that the believer's in monotheistic one God, and you say that believer, and you try to separate those, I believe that's a demonic thing. When the believers of God all come together, we're stronger than any badness that can happen. So my belief is one God and one God only. Quit trying to separate the believers in God. That's what the devil does. Even you have preachers that tell you one church is better than the other church. No one should ever be derogatory against the believers in one God and one God only.
I love it. We have someone in here. I just subscribed to you. Be Kind. Randy's other channel is going to be Kind, Be Humble. That's going to be coming out soon, and it will be a praise donation show.
Sequel.
Hey, Be Kind. What's happening? How are you doing, man?
One thing I'll book, if you want a good, just something out of curiosity, if you want a good book to read, actually, Michael, and just since you're into your spiritual side, is I recommend the Holy Spirit's Power book by Charles Spurgeon. Just a recommendation. If you like your,
are you being paid or monetized at all for?
No, just
pushing.
Just a recommendation.
Okay. And Randy, feel free to talk to your people. I don't care. Right now, you know what I'm doing? Honestly, why I came on, I'm testing out my contacts, but I can't see close, so I can only see far. I just realized that. I'm like going this. So when you get old, I guess you need bifocal contacts.
I tried. They don't make. I went in for the eye surgery.
Oh, no
They
way.
told me that I don't qualify because of my vision. I need bifocals. I wear these progressive bifocals, and my glasses get dark when I go outside in the sun.
Yeah, I noticed
I
that.
didn't know that you can buy glasses to read.
These are my
And-
normal long distance glasses. These are my old reading glasses. These are my new reading glasses here.
Oh, welcome.
I'm blind as a freaking bat. Trust me when it comes.
Now, anybody who wants to sponsor Fraser or Randy for that matter for, eyeglasses, eyewear, we are all open to, and we'll get Fraser to test them out for a few weeks, and then we'll get Randy to test them out, and I'll test them out.
Yeah, we're going to test glasses, and we have road signs that will be in Braille, so we can read them. We have to get our car and go like that, so we can actually then see. What the
I
actual-
went to get the contacts in, and when they tried them, the first one in my eye hurt so bad. They took it out, and I never tried them again.
I used to try contacts. The reason why I don't use contacts, I suffer from, I've got astigmatism in my left eye, and I'm long-sighted, and I tend to, my eyes, as you get older, you have to use eye drops a lot. They're called visco tears over here because your eyes dry up. Because
We are open books here. I don't know if you've noticed that. You can ask us any question, and we will ramble in who knows what direction, and we'll talk about eye dryness for you. No problem.
Thank you, Azad, Mr. Lolly AZ.
it's just as long as you're not, I was going to, no, that the T word, we'll leave that one there.
You know what Fraser is good at? He's good at bouncing off of. You know what I mean? Really good comedic teams have where they bounce off of each other. Yeah, so you're good. You're really good.
It helps us out a little bit. It helps if you're interviewing people with podcasts, but somebody's good to just to bounce things off. But it's just
Yeah, and there's no fluff with you. That's what
You're
I
in
like.
Montreal today. You were in Toronto about an hour ago.
Yeah, I am in Toronto, and it did that itself, which
That's
is
unique. Maybe that's where the server connects the main internet.
is that
Ah.
is that the universe again? Is that the kind of teleportation?
I love Montreal. If
Did
that
you-
was,
Hey, Ryan Richardson, kick your bass from Kansas City. What's happening? Welcome.
I'm going to follow him too. There we go.
Did you teleport to Montreal and come back, or is that one of these?
I wish.
Okay.
Actually, every area you have a server that monitors everything you do and records it.
Yes.
And the main point of server is usually where your location is in that
I
area.
haven't heard you. Yes. I haven't heard you. How you doing?
Kevin,
Yeah.
hello, how are you?
Did you read this? They're saying that Fraser is humble, very humble. So I think you and Randy and I are very different. I think I'm not humble at all. And Randy, what would you say? Are you humble? I'm definitely not humble.
I love the way you overanalyze the smallest of facts in life.
This is what makes our broadcast together great because he
Hello,
just
Colin Al-Sakabi. Hello.
I was going to say we've got the Walton family in the background of Randy's broadcast. I mean the Horton family. I mean not the Waltons.
the Waltons. John Boy. Good night, John Boy.
Jim Bob.
Here with the Waltons. Yes. Yes.
God, I
Three
haven't thought about
Waltons.
the Waltons in forever.
That's making us all feel really old, isn't it?
I forgot all about that show. My God, that's
You know what's scary is the average person will not have a clue what we're talking about.
no, they won't.
I know. You just when you listen every time I watch you, all I can picture is Mork and Mindy for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, I loved that show as a kid.
I know.
Yeah,
love
Colin. I've noticed on the mobile, there's been a lot of lag, and
Oh, it's terrible.
the
Terrible today.
mobile app is in digression. I think the developer passed away, but the guy on the PC is really working hard.
Yeah. So is this like cutting edge technology maybe for the web? And they did that first, or is it just easier to develop something on your computer? Because this is seamless if you're on your computer, and I highly recommend it.
And when you're on your Chrome browser on your PC, it's a joy. As soon as you pick up the phone, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Have you tried it on Firefox? Because they now have an app for it on Firefox. I haven't tried it yet. I'm so happy with the Chrome experience. I'm not switching.
Yeah, I was told it was for Chrome, so I don't know. I don't do Firefox. I'm not into that program.
Yeah, they recently had that come up, so they must have got the right. The other thing, when I talked to, well, I won't go there.
Yeah, he said if you watch it on Facebook or Twitter, it's better. Yeah, it is. It's just when you watch it on the Hyapps app, when you're in the mobile, I'm noticing a lot of, it's, I don't know, it's been weird. Let's hopefully, I'm sure everything's growing, everything's going to be better, but the last update did feel like a downgrade. That's for sure.
Well, Mark last night, this is one thing I can mention. Mark said that they're going to have it on Twitch soon, where it's going to be easily streamed on there. And the Twitch is very clear.
Yeah, but Twitch is not allowed to multi-stream. You'll lose your account. It's not allowed.
Yeah, they're working on having that. Okay, so it's in process.
How long are you planning on testing your contact lenses? Just out of curiosity.
Well, until they get dry, and and until the contacts start to wither. Have you ever done that where you've fallen asleep, anybody in the room, and you forgot you had them on because you were so out of it? I did that, and you'd wake up and it felt like you had stickers on your eye. So you would run, put the contact solution in, and then one time I had it come up inside the eye, and my wife helped me. I pulled it back, and I said, "Please help me," and she pulled it out.
Thank you, Khaled El Sakabi. He said, "Either way, guys, there are awesome and love the content." Yeah, it's great.
Yes, I did get your request, and I was busy. I was dealing with I've been popping between Randy and Michael's broadcasts. I
know. I went on to Fraser's podcast, and I really enjoy it. Thank you for your podcast. Good podcast.
Thank you very much.
Definitely good content there. Your podcast would probably do. I bet it does really well in the local business area. I would definitely pay to be on your local content. It's nice to see podcasters in their local area really explaining and doing the things you do. We appreciate it.
Happy to interview any of you guys. It's not a problem. I don't mind. It's always nice to just chat away.
Can you read the comments, guys, for me?
Give me read. All right, just checking. Mr. Walt, Mr. Corrender talking to Walt. Yeah, I just booked a scale for my show this year. Whoop, whoop.
There we go. All good. Everyone's just.
I love seeing your daughter again today, too. Oh, she's a wonderful young woman. She really is. You did a great job there, Randy.
Thank you, sir. She's doing her due diligence in life and doing quite well.
Yeah. Chantel, is that right? Or am I wrong? Chanel. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, as I say, I've had people on my podcast, and I'm happy to, I just like interviewing people. If you ever want to just have a general chit chat and talk about stuff, happy to use Hyapps and see how it goes. And yeah.
Are you still doing the breakup messages for $20? If you need to get rid of your significant other, but you don't want them to be horrified, and you need the sultry sounds of Fraser's voice for the mere cost of $20, he'll go, "I'm sorry, but we've gone different ways and we have different visions. It's nothing personal, but we must move on. But if you need counseling for an extra $20, I will talk to you for 5 minutes. Thank you."
I will say yes, if you've sorry for your loss, but you've just been broken up.
Stars are doing that. A lot of music stars are doing that, Randy. I'm not joking. They'll do birthday. They'll break up.
If you go onto a website called Cameo, you can get stars depending on who they are to do these things for you.
It friggin' cost an arm and a leg. I mean, it's like, what the heck, just for that? You're having a
lot. I paid 3 stars to advertise for me, and
I saw that.
Yeah, you've seen those. I've done it. I'm going to do some more for Happy.
I've got to go and dash quickly to meet a friend. I will love to. And
blame us, buddy. That's all you got to do. Just say it was Michael.
On a serious note, I'd have a conference call with you both on Facebook out with this to talk a little bit business, something just to help each other out in some way. Okay.
We'd love to do it. I'm always standing by, awaiting. Thank you, Fraser.
And I dash. I'll see you later.
Right now. So what do you think? You're going to be able to do the contacts or not? I mean, is it something you're feeling good about?
I can't read anything. It would be ridiculous. So you know what would happen? I'd have to put my glasses on to read the comments, so they take them off and take this. Like, it's great if I'm walking, so I don't get fog because we have to wear the mask, right? So you wear your glasses and you got the mask on, you can't see anything, and it's like the fog zone. How is the temperature there, by the way? It's
probably in the 80s and humid. I'm not really sure.
You've got the air going.
Yeah, I've got air in the house. I'm actually cold.
Are you really?
Yeah,
okay, so there's a whitish, black, blue, round circle thing. I believe he is from Toronto, and I can't read it. Can you read that there? It's something about Fraser Ramsey. What would you like to see tomorrow?
There you go.
Yeah, but what is the name of the company? I can't read that.
It's brought to you by Specsavers. Specsavers.
That's awesome. You are open to having sponsors, of course, right? As long as they fit your image.
Yeah, I got a weird thing. I've been offered like many times in the past couple of years, but stuff that doesn't really relate or I don't really use. Like right now, one of the sponsors I enjoy is Kadir tea because I actually drink Kadir tea. If I didn't drink it, and I have a new sponsor coming on next month for coffee. But I told him, send me your coffee in your machine. I'm not going to tell you good news or bad news till I taste it.
Yeah, and you'll be honest, you can be brutal. I saw your review on your Sony camera. You weren't very nice about the battery and it was a valid point. Like it was.
If you look around the net, we are professionals. Randy, all here as professionals. I want a hiking equipment sponsor. You know what? I do have one for you, Walt. And can you send me a direct message? And I have somebody a good idea for you.
So you were talking about you were going to help sponsor some people there and get them broadcasting and hopefully make them stars. Are you going to have that under your own network, or is this just you're helping them, giving them tutelage?
See how it works. We'll do a couple of pilots next week once I'm out of the house from being locked up. And we'll do a pilot and take it from there, I'll pull it out. So we'll start with me. Yeah, Walt, I actually have a company with all that type of gear, and the CEO is a good friend of mine, and I'm sure they make. I just need to talk to him and get you guys together and see what the fit is.
So, Randy, if you had the power right now to just change one thing magically in your life, what would it be? One thing. I hear laughing in the background.
No, they're in the kitchen doing something.
Okay.
I would like a big house. I want a bigger house.
Do you? Okay, so let's visualize that together. When you say big house, what kind of square footage? What does it look like?
I don't know. I need around a 5,000 square foot house on about 5 acres somewhere in the mountains here.
Okay. And what would something like that cost? Do you know?
I don't know. I can do it. I just have to liquidate and reshuffle, but it's just such a headache. But it'd be nice to be able to do it in a snap of a finger. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, if I could just snap and it would already be done. The planning and what's involved to do it is a headache.
Do you think that there will be another platform that will emerge very soon, knowing that there's going to be a need once Periscope goes? Do you think, or we'll see several different applications pop up out of the blue?
There's already numerous platforms and everybody uses them. It just depends on your needs and what you're comfortable with. And every platform has a vibe and it has a place where you can fit or you don't fit. Yeah. And the trick is to cross-fit every platform. I mean, I totally do another broadcast on Twitch, and that platform is from 16 to 60, but mostly 16 to 25. Yeah,
I would agree.
And I'm already sponsored there and an associate and get paid, but it was hard to figure out the vibe, Thamar, what's up from Riyadh? You got to figure out the vibe and go with the flow there. It's a different vibe.
It is. I totally agree. And YouTube is a tough nut to crack. I totally agree with that. You were saying that earlier.
Yeah,
And
I've got the nut on YouTube. I just don't. I haven't put in the effort because I work full time. If
yeah,
I was doing it full time, I would definitely be successful at it without a doubt. And we're actually going to spend a couple of weeks working more on the YouTube channel and try to improve it.
your equipment the other day, did you damage it? Like when you put the coffee on it? Or you don't
No.
know yet?
No, did you pour out that coffee, Banshee, or is it still there? You poured it? No problem. I actually, nothing got damaged.
Did you have to take the case off to look inside just to make sure?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's crazy because it's funny. I used to many years ago. I would buy electronics from secondhand places,
Hey, Debbie, man.
and then my dad and I used to own a place that bought like game systems and gaming stuff. And what I mean, like Nintendo and Sega back then, and a whole bunch of other things. And we also used to sell music. It was called the Music and Video Place. And I remember one time a guy came in and he said, "Well, my unit doesn't work. It's useless." And I took it apart and it was full of cockroaches that were dead. I took all the cockroaches out of it and it worked. It fired right up. I just cleaned it.
I got started with the computer stuff. I was buying used computers out of people's garages in Southern California.
Yes.
I would buy like a 286, take it home, take it completely apart, ruin it, and then get on tech support to tell me how to redo it. I used to spend hours on the phone with Microsoft. That's back in the day when you would call them and they would spend 7 hours to help you get your PC running again. No matter what it was, as long as it had Windows. And I damaged it on purpose. And I told them, I took it apart. I've erased my hard drive sectors. Can you help me? And they would go through it and they would really help you. Their tech support was just beautiful back then.
How many years ago was that?
I don't know, in the late 80s, maybe.
Wow. So you've been doing this computer thing for a very long time.
Oh, yeah, I was taking it apart from the 80s forward. So I always had 286, 386, 486, ones with the math coprocessors, ones without,
Yeah.
You got 100 megabyte hard drive. You were like in heaven. You can't believe that was there. Woohoo, got lucky.
well, you remember when it was a big deal and you had a 2-core? Ooh, a 2-core. Now you've got a 4-core. Ooh. That was, yeah. And I have 32 gigs of RAM storage. Woo.
And
it was go ahead.
Into terabyte hard drives, and everything is quadrupled. But now we've reached the limits of the Intel processing power. Apple's made great bounds, but with Apple right now, it doesn't matter how fast the computer is. If there's nothing to run on it, it doesn't really matter. I had a bad start of the year in my life. Pictures in the past 20 years on 8 terabyte drive dropped last week. 2,000 euro to recover the data. Yeah, that happens. I know a lot of people. Data recovery is good business. So there's actually, I forget, there's a guy in the U.S. that makes good money just doing that for people. Data recovery from all over the world. He gets hard drives. I forget the name of his website. I met him by accident because his name is Randy Horton. I was bored one day and I said, you know what? I'm going to do a world search on every media outlet and find out how many people are Randy Horton. Then I'm going to send him a message and let's come up with our own website. We are Horton. And I found like 3,800 people on the planet and we all became friends and we were just sharing our lives on what was going on.
Yeah. Well, as long as they don't call you Randy, what was he calling you? Walton. Randy Walton.
No,
Walton found. You know what? I couldn't think of one other name beside John Boy. What were some of the other names? Do you remember?
I don't really remember
I don't remember.
I remember I would watch it occasionally. Well, I watched it quite a bit, but I don't remember all of it.
Yeah, it was very wholesome.
It was always TV then, most of the shows were moral to the story. I'm absolutely gutted. That's what I'm doing now, Randy. A supporter from the States told me to send it over to him. Yeah, Walt, that's normal. People from around the world send their stuff to the U.S. The guys have invested a long time ago in slow recovery of broken discs, and that's about the only place that does it for a decent deal. I mean, governments from around the world send their equipment to these little companies in the U.S. to recover their data.
Well, how about these guys that prey on older women that have pictures and everything on their, PC from Russia, hijack their computer and say, if you would like to have your pictures of your loved ones back, send me $500.
Oh, those what do you call them? The Bitcoin guys. They'll lock you up, and you got to pay them in Bitcoin to get them to unlock it. Yeah, that's kind of common. That's a common crime going around the internet. It has been for a while.
Pretty. It's amazing. And the other thing is many people don't know that the dark web is a totally different web. It's not the web that you're on right now. And that is flourishing amongst businesses.
I don't know. I've been all over the dark web. It's mostly cheesy crap. I don't understand why so many people are there.
What kind of cheesy stuff is on it? Because I've never been on it.
I'll just
there. Hi, Helen.
What's happening, Helen? You just got to look around, and just so many things that I don't even understand why they're there. I mean, just things that people do, things that they believe, people hiding content that they think is important, but it's actually just silly. I don't know. There's some bad going on, but I don't know. It's a lot of junk there to decipher through.
Helen, do you have time to go up for a couple minutes and, spice this up a little bit for us? That would be nice.
Yeah.
Want to drink a little bit, so the milk doesn't spill over.
No, that's the problem. It's too hot to drink. Sorry, I was getting a coffee.
So how did you spill it yesterday? Did you not look where you put it down and it was on an uneven surface or something?
Do
you remember how
table in my living room that's very slippery. So I used our picnic table as a temporary desk in the living room.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's a slippery table. So it's easy to get things spilled. Randy and Michael, if I watch you in Twitter Periscope, the voice is very good, not cutting out. In Habs, the voice is cutting away. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of other people are really having problems today on the
I think they're changing. Yeah, I think they're adjusting things today. So
it's the mobile app. It's really degraded for people. It's unusable today. I don't know. Maybe they'll fix it. I sent you a message on Insta. Apologize. I wasn't ignoring the invite. Helen says she's busy. She don't like you.
Okay. It is what it is. And sometimes you just have to go up the hill.
Well, she didn't say it that way. I'm exaggerating,
Well, yeah, I think what happened is there you just you interpreted it. You did a reading on the vibe, right? That's what it was.
I read the vibe.
You read the vibe, man. You were the positive vibes. Helen is one of the funniest, most intelligent people that I have come across on Haps. So anybody that would like to follow her, feel free to do so. If you are not feeling well and need a little bit of an uplifting experience with some what'd she say? Okay.
I'm a little bit of a stir.
Yeah.
Stir the pot. Kellen has a tendency to stir the crap, but we still respect her.
Yes. Well, and Randy said something to me a long time ago. You don't want it boring. You've got to poke the bear occasionally to keep people in the room, and I totally get that.
Hey, what's up, Heavenly Dew?
Heavenly Dew, how are you? Would you like to come up for a moment? It's later in the day.
Oh, Heavenly Dew, what did you say? Come on the show. Let's hear you, by the way. My name is Randy. His name is Michael. Come on over. We'd like to hear you. We're so glad you've had this time. Only follow me if you don't mind odd expletive. If you don't like swearing, stay clear. Yeah. The only thing I have with the swearing thing is I'm on YouTube and Facebook, and it actually, if somebody really swears, I just have to leave the broadcast immediately and delete content. So it's just inconvenient, that's all. In the U.S. content holders, the swearing when I'm child safe on Facebook and YouTube, it's really a problem. I mean, I lose money and years worth of effort. So it's like a 911. I have to be very careful.
Yeah, and YouTube is crazy now.
Oh my God, you have to be so
crazy.
careful.
Oh my Lord. Like you said, you walked into a restaurant, they had music on in the background, and they're warning you of copyright infringement.
Oh yeah, they sent me 50 messages threatening me, and then they said, okay, this strike is not going against you, but be aware of it. I said, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear the music. They heard it, I guess, in a light shuffle of the background.
And it's not positive. It's not like going bowling. You know, it's bad. And once you get 3 strikes, you're done.
Yeah, so I'm very careful about those accounts. And YouTube, I spent thousands of hours just to get it stable. Some people get offended. Oh, the offended part doesn't bother me. What bothers me is getting zapped by my social media accounts. And actually, for general public and even throughout America and Canada, you're not allowed to curse on the radio and television. And when we're here, even on social media, it is a public platform. I don't know, it's just better to abide by the general rules, in my opinion.
What is it going to take, Randy? And be gentle if you can, okay? But what is it going to take, you think, for HAPS to be more stabilized? Because they are having, and I've noticed it for the last 2 weeks. Today is really bad. And I usually never.
I think whoever's in charge, my honest opinion is the website on the Chrome browser is beautiful, but I think the mobile, whoever's doing the mobile development is not really in tune with what we want, what we need, and how to develop it. And it just seems, I don't know, there seems to be an issue there, and I hope they get it figured out real soon. Somebody's not in touch. Somebody's lost touch. To make an improvement to a feature prior to getting stability for the viewers, and when it comes to a mobile app, at the end of the day, 90% of the people view the content on their phone. So it's very important. And it's just, you know, I'm saying it's bad, we'll be okay. But at the end of the day, I get private messages from hundreds of viewers saying, hey, man, I can't handle this anymore. Can you please go to your other media outlet? And I have paid subscribers that are asking me to go to back to my other media outlets. And I'm still, you know, it's actually hurting me. But I'm still hanging out and I'm still waiting because I have faith due to the HAPS teams, their involvement, and how nice they are, that it's going to get better. But it's not, but I hope it does.
Here's the thing for you that are watching it right now. And if it is choppy, just go to your Facebook or go to YouTube or go to Randy's YouTube or mine, and it won't be that way. I find Facebook is probably the most stable of the ones that I've seen. I rarely see any forms of glitches there. So it just might be they have a multi-million-dollar infrastructure that HAPS just doesn't have yet. Silence is not good, Randy. Silence.
I was reading Helen's comment about national broadcasters, this and that and that and this. To be honest, I have a lot of friends that are very conservative, humble, good people. And a lot of people throughout the Middle East and Asia watch my broadcast with their family because I'm out roaming around a new country, or I'm going out to see camels, or I'm interacting with people. So when I have like a father and his son or daughter and they're watching me travel around, and then if I have someone that starts cursing and acting badly, they just don't like that at all, you know. You can have a little pun here and there, but all in all, there's no honor in having a filthy mouth. I mean, there's no honor in it. I don't get it. I was not raised that way. I don't see it as appropriate. I don't see it to be honorable in any way.
You know what, though? On Periscope, it was invited. And I think a lot of it got ratings. And I call it like hate radio, where they would purposely have, you know, an atheist and a Christian together, and they would shred each other for 2 hours. And it would have the best ratings. So they would never have. No, there was no real ratings. If you get on and act like a screaming demon, cursing person, your number goes up for 15 minutes. And then you had 800 people. Okay, you had 800 people, but you will not. That is not going to happen again. The people who stick with you and the community you build on any social network are those people that are good. You don't believe in judging other people's content. Yeah, there's truth. There's truth there too. I have to agree. You know what? Everybody has their own flavor. I bet there's people come on here and think we're insane. So you're right, and I guarantee we get tons of judgment. But especially
nobody's judging content. Michael asked a question, and we're answering. If you'll feel offended by someone who may have judged something that is your content, maybe it's time for a little self-reflection to see what you're angry about. I don't mean to be rude, Helen, but I don't really understand why you're getting angry about commentary, but we still love you.
And love is the key, right, Randy?
Love is the key. Open the door. You're invited up. Come on now for more.
Beautiful, beautiful. And is there copyright on that? And if you want to endlessly loop that and put it on TikTok, feel free to do so. Yeah, we would love that. I am going to go soon. This was supposed to be like a 10-minute thing, but Randy, thank you so much for supporting me.
It is always a pleasure to be with you, and I really encourage you to do everything you're doing. And I really look forward to seeing you again next time. And we appreciate you every time you're on. I appreciate your invites, and I appreciate anything in the future that just give me a call. Let's do it.
Yeah, I love it. And our private sessions on phone calls is the best. But did you ever go and observe that guy I told you about? No, can you do me a favor? Can you give me that link again? I'm sorry, I'm a bonehead. I can't find it now. And you know what it is, honestly,
Thanks,
Randy,
Walt. We appreciate you also.
I have been so insanely happy, busy, not stressed, but I noticed that I'm dropping the ball on a few things, so I'm trying to juggle. But I really, actually, today was like, I would love to see that and watch several of his. Do you know the name offhand or no?
Let me give you a look right quick. He
Okay.
doesn't go by a name. That's the weird thing.
That's
He
very
goes,
strange.
and I can only find him on Periscope.
What?
Yeah, let me look.
Not
Hold
on
on.
YouTube or anything?
He's just, I don't know. I just need you to look at him and give me your
Yeah,
deal.
I loved what you said. I thought that was powerful. It was like, and outside the box. I love any spiritual leader that thinks outside the box and is not
He is
necessarily.
really outside the box, and I really enjoy him. He's challenged me quite a bit, and I want to learn more, but I couldn't catch him, but only on when he broadcast.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to catch him. I couldn't find him on Twitter or anywhere else. Oh God, I can't believe that. How did I send you the link before?
I don't know. I'll try to find it. I think it might be in my phone when you called me, so I'll look there. And if I struggle, we'll figure it out later. But if we do figure it out, I would love to share that link with you guys. And then you can maybe give us your viewpoints on what you're listening to, the content that we don't know the name of yet.
Yeah, he's so mysterious, but I'm loving the whole vibe that this guy is giving out.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. If you got a great vibe on your channel, before I go, I always like to just say this part. If you think you have in you to be a broadcaster, do it. Randy said yesterday, such a valid point. Don't be a mixture of 9 people you enjoy watching. Be yourself. Can you add to that, Randy, before we go?
No, it's just always be yourself, be who you are. You will find the group of people that relate to you and act the way you do or love the way you act. So even if you do like to swear and act a little different, you may find you'll attract that group of people. Hello, Ollie. How are you? Good to see you from YouTube. I'm still trying. Keep trying. Don't go overboard. People see through fake people quickly.
Yes.
And don't be fake. Just be real.
And be consistent. Like, go on a lot if you can at the beginning, so people can get excited about seeing you.
Well, you go on a lot because you're getting the feel for it, and you grow. You actually grow. Be yourself. But if you swear, you're a poor broadcaster. It's not like that. Actually, I don't want to be rude, Helen, and I'm just trying to. I was just raised differently. I was raised in the buckle of the Bible Belt. And those who drank and swore, we just looked upon them as just beneath us. And I'm not being rude. I'm just saying that's how I was raised. So I was just raised differently. You know, one of my grandfathers was a preacher and the other was a police. So if we had a bad mouth, we were going to hell or jail either way. So I was just raised that way, and it kind of stuck with us, and we didn't see a requirement for that. The first time that I had ever heard people swearing publicly, I actually went out to California from spring break from college. And when I went out there and I landed in LA area, people spoke in public in swears. And I was
Randy,
shocked.
You've got 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I'm going to go do a pit stop before I
go ahead. I'll look at that name. I'll go ahead and explain.
Okay.
So
good.
that's how I was raised, and it's kind of weird for me, you know. I was just raised that way. Yeah, I just never remembered people swearing or anything. It was kind of just crazy. You were really, it was just really in our community and even in our city, it wasn't that small. There's 180,000 people. And people just in public, nobody would talk that way. You were looked down upon. Yes, the same my broadcast. I feel kids could join in with no problem. Yeah, exactly. Well, Walt, yours, I see yours of broadcasts with children and adults share and looking at different parts of the world and where you're at and what you're doing and how you explain it. That's quite different. But there's a lot of successful pod and broadcasters that every other word is what they want it to be, you know? I don't really, for me, it's just not my vibe, you know? It's not something I'm into. If that's something that you don't mind in your family and in your community, you know, that's the way you can be. It's not a big deal. I'm not saying you're good or bad. I'm just saying that the people that I'm around in a daily life, even throughout the world, I just don't hear that, you know? Yeah, well, we were raised not to look down on people. We were raised to look down on that type of behavior. So, you know, that's just the way, not on the people, the behavior. We were never taught to look down upon anyone. We were taught only to look down on certain behaviors. So the person, actually, it's the opposite. Everybody would love the person and try to help them be kinder and invite them to some kind of a religious event all the time. They would pester you, oh, come and sit with us. You know, yeah, ditto, Walt. Yeah, exactly. Everybody, you know, I don't know, you plant the seeds and the crop that grows is what you planted. Same thing for you, yeah. We never, ever looked down upon anyone in our whole life. That was totally frowned upon. You looked down upon actions that you didn't see fit with you and your community. And my God, I can't believe some of the folks in our area. I was taught that owning guns were evil since guns are designed to kill or maim people. Yeah, I understand that you've had a change in the topic and guns, whatever. That's all cool, you know? I was trying to look for that person, and I wanted Michael, and I wanted you guys to look at. There's a guy that's kind of inspiring me, and he's moved totally away from the religious thing that I was raised with. The guy is going into the whole social consciousness and the being of good people. So it's kind of weird to me. I hear the echo in the background. An important distinction, actions versus people. Yeah, it is. I've never hated a person, only actions. Got to go, guys. Thanks, Walt. Appreciate you. I'm trying to think. I sent Michael the link. Maybe it's easier if I find it by that. Oh, I forgot how I send it. See you, Walt. Have a great day. Miss Tarrant Talk with Kelly. What's up, Miss Tarrant Talk with Kelly? Oh, I'd like to hear the Tarrant Talk. I've never really been into it, but I'd like to learn more about it. Judy, what's up? It's important. Yeah, actions versus people. I'm just rereading your comments. I kind of ran out of what I was thinking there. So. Well, I don't know where I sent Michael that message. Anyway, somebody came up. They're on Periscope. The guy is like he's a talker of really deep thinking type things. I really got interested. Here, what did Michael post up there? It's not over when you lose. It's over when you quit. All right. Are you home also? Yeah, I'm at home here in the Philippines. I have to stay home until tomorrow, I believe. You can see I'm in my living room. So I'm sitting in the living room.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Michael, how did I send you that message? Do you remember?
Well, first telepathically through the Palladian star system, and I didn't fully get the code right. And then you decided, I think, to give it to me through the phone. I think it was a phone message. That's what I'm thinking now. But I'm not entirely sure. You may have sent
maybe just a text message.
Twitter? Maybe through Twitter. Is that possible?
Through Twitter. Let me check. You know, I narrowed my life down to one phone recently because I got tired of carrying two, and I may have lost what I sent you.
That's okay.
Yeah, because I had two phones for a long time and I got tired of it. When does the guy look like in Periscope? The guy on Periscope, he's got a beard, he's dark complected, and he has long hair that he wears back.
Okay. He's not gray with big eyes that are like almonds.
His color is he's a dark skinned guy
Okay.
with black hair, tall and skinny.
Oh, all right. Interesting. Now, and yeah. Well, why don't we invite him up in Haps someday? Maybe we can talk to him.
Trying to do this. And that's why I was looking for him on different outlets.
Yeah,
Because-
that'd be great to have him up.
Oh my God, I would love to hear you and him. I think it would just be amazing. I wish I could figure out how I sent it to you. Did we? I don't know.
I'll find it because I didn't get rid of it. I just have to find it. That's all. And it was this week, right? Does anybody else feel like we're in this endless loop tape and every day is the same?
Hey, what's that called? Groundhog Day?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what?
You grabbed a drink, by the way.
Right now, this is carrot juice.
Carrot. Oh, I love carrot juice.
It's carrot juice with ginger, turmeric, celery, and who knows what else. My wife, she's trying to keep me healthy.
And no, it's not Amrit Singh. He doesn't use a name. He actually does something else.
It's interesting. I hope that he somehow figures out that we're talking about him and he reaches out to you. Let's put that out there. Or if someone has figured out who it is, please just tell us the name in the next few days. And let's put the intention that maybe we can have him on here and him and Randy can talk. But you've had discussions in his room with him? And he's
yeah, he mostly is just lecturing, and after he finishes like his talks he does a walk and talk, and then he goes back through the comments and addresses them.
Oh, okay. So you haven't been direct.
Or addresses derogatory nonsense. If somebody has something and is not correct,
Mm-hmm.
that's just what he does. It's crazy. So it's just
I love when people are very certain about their beliefs and stand, strong and solid. And
Michael, now I'm dying. I want to watch his show and I can't remember what I did.
well, we don't want you dying. We need you around for a while.
Literally, I can't believe I can't find this guy. And it's one of my the problem is he didn't have anything that I could figure out.
Mm-hmm. But it's on Periscope for sure. That's the format. It's not
lagging every
Twitch.
few seconds. Yeah, Sam, the mobile app is not working.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It's been bad today.
Well, it kept dropping for me when I was on.
Emerson is a peace-loving artist. This guy is not an artist. He just walks and talks. He's got a guru, but a higher plane of guru talk. I mean, I don't know though. I just love the way he talks. Connecting to the source. We're all part of the source, this and that, and the way he sees the world and the way he views things on how to look at him. Do I follow him? Check Periscope. I do. Okay, how do I know who I follow? I'm looking for it. I don't know where you find who you follow. The problem is I've kind of been neglecting Periscope since HAP happened. I just don't do the Periscope thing at all.
Do people find in the room that they're transitioning into HAPS now and have left Periscope, or they're still in the Periscope pool?
I don't know if the guy lives in London. The guy I'm watching walked along a nice beach area. They could have been anywhere in the world. He could be in California. I don't know. We'll keep talking for a minute.
I think I know who you mean, Randy. I think I knew who you mean. Does he own a small company?
I don't know, but I don't know about that part. I do know that he.
I think I knew who you mean. I've seen
got a name. It's like Inspirational Something is the title, and that's always him. Randy Haps has been not working good on a cell phone. Yeah, DD, it's terrible. I'm currently transitioning from male to female. Oh, God. This guy, hey, Senator, whatever, you need to go away, sir. You're not welcome. This guy is constantly, yeah, but he's harassing those who have a different nature. That's wrong. It's not put up with Haps, and if you entertain it, you will be deleted as a broadcaster. If you look throughout his comments, he's actually really, it's bad.
So what
If
what
you
have
want
you been saying in the room? Is this one of your old trolls that has found his way in Haps here? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Hey, what's up? Insight, maybe? Let me look up Insight. You may be right. Big Armo, what's up? Do you know Michael? Big Armo's in the room, Michael. He's out in California. He's
I
always
do,
a joy
sir.
to watch
Nice to
and
meet
be around.
Yes. Are you a spiritual seeker as well? So, I'm just so impressed that Randy is actually very open to, seeing new avenues of thought. So I love it when it comes to the
The
spiritual.
first guy that I thought was educated. Everybody else I didn't care for.
Well, thank you. I feel really good when you say that. Thank you.
No, really. If I felt you were ignorant, I wouldn't be here.
No, I know. Oh, well, I don't know about that. You can be very patient with
Yeah, Big Armo. He walks along the beach area and he always talks to people while he's walking. He's got long black hair. He's tall, skinny looking with a nice beard. And he's dark skinned. I can't remember. Insight. He's the Hindu guy. Is he a Hindu? He may be. How do I find him, Big Armo? What's his name? Insights? INSI.
Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah, I know exactly who you mean now. I know exactly who you're saying, Randy. I have seen some of his stuff.
Yeah, the bearded guy. I can't find him.
Yeah, he hasn't put his channel down, has he? If anybody has access to Periscope right now, if you could look up Insight for us, because Randy and I would love to
His
know.
name is Insights. I don't know his name. It's just like Insights, and he comes on. I really love the way he talks.
I think he's saying it's just Insight.
This guy don't wear a turban. This guy just walks around. He doesn't. Raj is his name. Is it Raj? Yeah, it could be Raj. I don't know.
Oh, look at that.
If Michael could spend a minute to figure out where I sent him the message, we could all be satisfied.
Yes, I will definitely do that. So
he's in San Diego. I think this guy is in San Diego. So
Perfect.
Let me look, but I can't find him on Periscope. Where do I find him, Big Armo? I'm looking on this Periscope and I watch him all the time and I can't find him right now.
could have been just a Twitter feed. Maybe he posts things just on Twitter.
No, it's only on Periscope.
Interesting.
I shared it with a bunch of people the other day and people said, and they kind of freaked people out. And I liked the way it freaked people out.
Well,
It let me know who was able to have the, what do you call it? The foresight or insight to broaden their horizons with different views.
mhm.
Look on your follow list. Okay, let me go to yours, Big Armo.
Colin Porter's also fun too. If anybody wants to follow someone who's, I don't know if he's spiritual. How would you describe Colin? He's a business advisor that we had on yesterday. I got the name right? Colin Porter. He's
a very pleasant gentleman with a spiritual gentleman who's very pleasant.
Yeah, is it more like spiritual overtones and deep rooted in business? He's not a woo master. Yeah, he's still in the normal realm. Your Periscope profile lists the broadcasters you follow.
Okay, let me go to mine.
There you go.
Why am I having so many problems today? I'm having a brain fart.
Well, you didn't drop your coffee though, so you're starting off well. And you got to spend some time with Fraser, so life is good. If you've got that, you've got a complete life.
Mhm.
You're warm, dry.
I follow 2,300 people. There it is. Insights. Yeah, this is the guy.
That's the guy. That's what I thought.
Okay, let's look at this here.
Okay. So if anybody knows this gentleman, we want to talk to him on Randy's channel if we can. Please follow this.
Intuitive Thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I will definitely look that up today.
Intuitive Thoughts. Yeah, Insight. You had it, Armo, but his actual Twitter name is @intuitive_thoughts.
Have you ever
What do you
had?
think about him, Big Armo?
Have you ever had Big Armo up and talking to you? He sounds like
I watch Big Armo all the time. He's on Twitter right now. I don't think he can come on here. He's on 5 times a day on Scope. Yeah, I really like his stuff. Big Armo, I've known him a few years. He's in California.
Yeah.
And Big Armo is an entrepreneur, a business owner, and I know him quite well.
Big Armo. I do a morning show every day on Haps between Monday and Friday from 6:30 to 7:30 my time here in Toronto. Even though it says I'm from Montreal today, I would love to have you come on, and even if you talk to me for like 10 minutes, and people could get to know your vibe. I'm getting a very good feeling from you. So listen, folks, I gotta go.
Big Armo next.
What's that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Big Armo's just saying, yeah, he's a good guy. I believe you.
Thank you so much, everyone. I hope we didn't offend anyone. That was not our goal. And we all will have to speak our truth, whatever that may be. Thank you, Randy. Take